Hello, welcome back to this tutorial 2 and thank you very much for the great support for tutorial 1. In this tutorial 2, we are going to learn how to do EM circuit core simulation in Keysight ADS using RF Pro method. RF Pro is a new EM circuit core simulation method in Keysight ADS. I'm going to start my presentation by explaining why you should do EM simulation, followed by EM circuit core simulation setup in Keysight ADS using RF Pro method, and finally I'll be discussing simulated results for the LNA. First, I'm going to explain why EM simulation is very important. In this circuit, you can see the LNA which we are going to simulate shortly. This is a circuit simulation of the LNA. The components in the circuit are connected via wire. This wire is ideal whereby it don't have any properties. However, in the real world, this is not possible. In the real world, we will be connecting component to component by PCB trace, and this trace will induce parasitic capacitance and parasitic inductance. What is parasitic capacitance and parasitic inductance? In the PCB, parasitic capacitance can be formed between component pads and the ground plane on the same layer or on the different layer due to electric field formation as shown here. The parasitic capacitance can be given by 1 over 2 pi f Xc. F is a frequency and Xc is capacitive reactance. Parasitic inductance is formed between two edges of current carrying trace due to magnetic field formation as shown here. The parasitic inductance is given by XL over 2 pi f. F is a frequency and XL is inductive reactance. Here is the layout which have been imported from Altium Designer in the ODB++ format. I'm not going to repeat the steps to show you how to import ODB++ file into ADS. In order to know how to do this, please listen to the tutorial 1. You can see that we have the complete layout. All the layers are enabled. In this imported layout, all the pins for ground and signal pads are created automatically. However, we need to create additional ground pins for series components. In order to do that, we need to know the ground return path of the design. For my design, the ground return path is top layer, so I am going to create additional ground pins nearby to the signal pins. Before placing the pin, change the grid setting to the lower setting to have high resolution. You can do that by clicking Options, Grid Settings and select the highest resolution. We have placed ground pins for all the signal pins of the series components at the ground return path of the appropriate signal pins. Now we are ready to invoke the RF Pro. In order to invoke the RF Pro, go to Tools, RF Pro and click Open. Click OK to create new RF Pro setup. Now we are in RF Pro UI. The first step here is to create ports. In order to do that, just drag all the pins to the ports under full EM analysis. There are some warnings found. It's because two ports are created for the same positive pin. We can easily repair this by deleting a port and referencing the positive pin to the two negative pins. This is a SMA connector of the RF input and the signal is referenced to both sides of the negative pins. We can do the same for the rest of the duplication of the port. Delete the duplicated ports and reference the ports to the right ground pins. There is also another problem exists in the design. The single pot is created with multiple positive pins. This is also wrong. We have to correct this by manually deleting the additional positive pin from the pot. Now we are missing many positive pins in the design. For example, for this component, there's no positive pin detected. Due to this, we have to manually create pins for this component. In order to do that, go to the appropriate pin and manually create pot. Here is P8 and above is P10. On the P8, right click and select create pots and select full EM analysis. Do the same thing for P10. Right click and select create pot and select full EM analysis. Now you can see that it's already automatically referenced to the right negative pin for the pot. Even though ADS automatically create pots, it's our responsibility to make sure all the pots are correctly created and all the positive pins in the pot referencing to the right negative pins in the design. This is very important for the accuracy of the simulation. Finally, we have corrected all the pots assignment. After that, double click on options. Since it's an LNA, we have to simulate from DC, and this is an ISM band LNA, so we will be selecting 3 GHz as a stop band. Under the mesh density, select 50. The rest of the setting can be as default and click done. In order to run the simulation, double click on run. We have done the same simulation using conventional method and also RF Pro method. In my opinion, RF Pro took much lesser time to set up and run the simulation. However, it is the designer's responsibility to make sure that all the pots are correctly set up. After the simulation finished, double click on Generate Test Bench and double click on Generate Sub-Circuit. This is to create the schematic symbol for circuit co-simulation. You can see that the schematic symbol and model created under the cell. You can drag the schematic symbol into the schematic, select symbol full EM analysis, place it on the schematic, connect all the lump elements and simulate. I have already done that for you to save time, so I am not going to repeat the process again. Let's simulate and check out the results. This is the results of the LNA. The mu source and mu load is more than 1 from 2.3 to 3.3 GHz, which indicate stable operation of the LNA. The noise figure is 0.73 to 0.76 across 2.4 to 2.5 GHz, which is excellent. The gain is 17.1 to 16.9 across 2.4 to 2.5 GHz. We can see the voltage at the collector and base of the transistor here. The VCE is 1.593 volt and the VBE is 0.78 volt. We have also tapped the current at the collector and base. The collector current of the transistor is 41 milliamp, whereas the base current of the transistor is 0.1 milliamp. Thank you for watching this tutorial. For more videos on the Keysight ADS simulation, please subscribe to Innovave YouTube channel.